Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Geno Smith giving Dallas everything they could handle. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So I'm really trying to create the environment of what it's like in an NFL quarterback room, all sorts of nuance, detailed depth about not only the quarterback position, but high-level offensive and defensive football. If you are interested, hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. I appreciate it. As for this video, let's get into it. Geno Smith, Seattle, giving Dallas everything they could handle right here, right out the gate. DK Metcalf to the house. He is rolling right there. My goodness. Some speed, some really impressive quarterbacking here as well. This is kind of that tweener-ish route for me, somewhere between a slant and a glance. That is a hell of a throw. That is a massive play. And at this point, this game was on. My goodness. So concept-wise here, what's going on? When I say tweener-ish slant glance, I think of slant as 3-step slant, and I think of glance as like 7-step slant. This is kind of that in-between kind of 5-step glance. And really the unique thing here, especially versus split field coverage, is what is this weak safety doing? I feel like I say it all the time, but 3-by-1 formations, oftentimes coverage indication is right here on this weak safety. If he is going to hunt up anything on the front side, so looking for that vertical of number 3 coming across, there's a lot of space to be able to come back here and win one-on-one, either outside the numbers or crossing that corner's face right here. Because pre-snap here, this looks like it shouldn't be there, right? You shouldn't think, oh, I'm going to come up here and rip a slant or a glance into that look. But because he's playing poach or tricks with his eyes back over here, it creates that. And then again, you've got to be able to throw an absolute seed as well. But watch that safety up top. See him, he's getting width, but then he comes back. Geno looks him off just enough. Beautiful base. And that is a strike right up on his face. Not only, it's just such a unique look because the safety moves that way, but then comes back with Geno's eyes. So Geno does a great job of kind of holding them down the middle. And then that is just world-class speed, running away from fools. That was awesome. That is a massive play. So hold that thing. You can see just that little eye fake right there. So he catches it, peeks to his left, and then watch him bring it back. There it is. You can see the side logo. Bring it back with his eyes. That's what opens it up. Tight hitch, and then let it go. And again, I would say his feet here, that's making life difficult. He's lined up to the right. He eventually gets there, all his cleats in the ground, and this is a hose. Beautiful catch, and then this is just some acceleration as good as anybody in the league. Wow. Next one here, 3rd and 10. We're going to work the slot out up top. Beautiful anticipation. This thing is a laser. It essentially catches him. Lockett does a nice job with the strong hands as well. Just a really nice job from Geno Smith. Throwing darts all over the place. That's a big-time conversion. 3rd and 10 is tough in the league. You can see here, they're eventually going to get to what looks like 2-man. Press. And if they get to 2-man here, you're going to think, I got inside eye coverage here, or like inside leverage. That means outs are usually good, except those defenders know that too. And oftentimes they're trying to undercut these things because they know they have help over the top. Just a really nice job from Geno being able to let this thing go with anticipation. I'll pause it at the top. Look at that. He's going to throw it right there to that out up top. Just a really nice job. They're in that kind of trail technique. Beautiful throw. Big time hookup on 3rd and 10. Making it look easy. Again, if it was me, I would just want the very top of this drop to get a little bit more lined up to where you're going. He eventually gets there. See that angle of his back foot, if you could get to that angle at the top, I just think it makes life even easier. That's a hell of a catch and throw. Next one here, big play to Metcalf up top. You catch a rookie out there at corner press versus our big number one. I don't care how many picks he has. Most guys are going to go after him. Really nice job from Metcalf. I thought the broadcast did a nice job pointing out the late hands as well. He doesn't show early. This is also a very similar concept to the one that Geno hits the tight end on that crosser later in the game on the diving catch. But that is a beautiful job right here. Running, running, running. Last second hands. And again, that ball is right on the throat. Thunk. Hell of a job. And even though, the start of this route, the release might not be my favorite, as far as just that slow, whatever that is, we're winning. That's the matchup for us all day, every day. Now, again, I'm not a huge fan of play action fakes to throw deep balls outside the numbers, but if I had to bet, I would say that this is strictly a kind of matchup alert. Do we love it? Let's throw it. Because later in the game, we come across and hit this he makes a really nice kind of diving play. Again, good coverage, matched up, running with those overs, but you can see the intent. That's why you see the play action. So the play action isn't to throw that outside the number go ball. We just like the matchup. Great throw, good touch, great late hands. And again, 14 just doing work. Can't stop them. Beautiful touch. Look at that throw. I mean, just right. Dunk. Hits the pin. Next one here, 3rd and 5. Smith and Jigba down here to the bottom. He's going to fake like he's going across, come back out on the whip. Too much space there from the DB, make him miss, go get a first down. So again, you're going to catch any sort of man match coverage. You're going to try to get as many runaways as possible, a little short motion, in and out. Watch the DB on the top left. You'll see him try to get him over the top. Come back out. Got him. Make somebody miss, go get a first down. Now, the thing with 11, the relationship with him in this offense has been unique, in my opinion. Just can't quite seem to figure out how to get him consistently doing what he does great. And we'll talk about it later in this game. But this idea being here, he's selling this thing like he's coming across and then whipping back out. And what that does is it makes the defender here think, oh, I got to go cover that shallow, that mesh coming to me. And we've got our tight end and their DB, 2 people here running through that he's got to navigate. So when he comes out, he's got that big space. Now, he's still got to make somebody miss for a first down. But you can see here the intent, the design here, what's going on. Watch the tight end over the top, back out, make him miss, a lot of space, go get a first down. Well done. And so I think when 11 knows exactly what he's supposed to do, and then what I mean by that is run and be straight lined and create separation, it's great. It's when you get into the choicey world where you think of 3rd down guys, it's just not quite as consistent. They're not on the same page yet. Next one here, 1st and 10, balls at midfield. We're going to go double post up top. 8-person protection. We've got the chance for the inside post. The ball's underthrown. We get the penalty, so it ends up being a big play. But this could and probably should be a touchdown. Now, my thing about it is this throw is great if you can do it. Okay, and the guy I think of who does this consistently is 15. Okay, Mahomes does this off-platform, running, touch, deep ball, as well as anybody ever. This one, Geno Smith just comes up a little short with the club. So is it there? Absolutely. Do they still get a big play and eventually a touchdown? Yes. We're running. Watch Lockett right here. I love a good full speed mailbox, like the Randy Moss mailbox where he puts it up before he even knows he's going to be open. So it's wide open. My thing here is post fake, and I'm not saying it's easy. As you run up, yes, could you make this throw? Probably, but you'd have a better chance climbing and then resetting your feet. You don't have to throw this on the run. And again, you see guys do it on the run. There's all sorts of arm talent in the league. I'm not saying Geno Smith doesn't have great arm talent, but I'm just saying if you could reset your feet. So up and reset, as opposed to on the move and we just run out of club. Fortunately, the DB or 32 doesn't come back and try to play the ball. We get a penalty, and we eventually get a touchdown. And again, this could have been a very magical throw. I'm trying to think of the game. Maybe it was Kansas City, the Chargers a few years ago, where Patrick makes a throw like this. But I mean, that is a big-time throw. Just comes up short. All right, next one here, 3rd and 3. Little Seattle variation of sprint left option. We're going to hit the slot down here to the bottom on the flat as we sprint towards it. It's a little sprint flood, a little high school Harry play. Now this play works easy for them because it looks like they're trying to play 2-man. Again, 2-man underneath, you're thinking inside leverage. So a little quick out is going to be nice. That's why you see so much separation there. Mike, watch out. So again, just look at the shell. Split field coverage. You're going to catch inside leverage. So again, this really makes this play easy. Inside leverage. So as you run up, you give them a little something and run out. So we've got the leverage we want. We're moving towards it. Do you, if this is your thing. Right here it works. Get downhill. Nice job. Kind of rough there on the running back as far as missing the block right in front of your face. But everything else, nice, easy conversion. And that's a big ask to ask a running back to handle an NFL edge. Really nice job from Geno, though, getting downhill. These guys make these throws look easy. Going to your left, carve that thing at the top. Not the easiest throw in the world. Back shoulder-ish. Next one here, 16 seconds left to go, 2nd quarter, 3rd and 2. We're just going to raise up and throw a quick out down here to the bottom. Too much space. Look at the access down here from the corner. Raise up, get a new set of downs. Doesn't take a lot of time, simply too easy. And when we look at it again, little 2-step, right on him, get out of bounds, smart football play. So look at the access down here to the bottom. The corner is so far off, they're essentially giving you any sort of what most people call free access, as opposed to up top, bump, tight, tight. And so you just raise up and throw a little quick out. Now, I'm not a huge fan of quick outs, but quick outs work right here. If we're looking to stop the clock and get a first down on 3rd and 2, that's just way too easy. We can't give that kind of access for the quick game. First down from behind, that little 2-step that most people are doing nowadays at a gun, left, right, all his cleats in the ground, balls out, first down. Next one here, 13 seconds left to go, end of the 2nd quarter. We're going to run a little totem pole down here to the bottom. 11's going to take that thing to the back pylon. Almost makes a hell of a catch. I know this thing gets overturned, but still, this is a pretty sweet play. Now, Geno doesn't do himself any favors, in my opinion, here. Drifting to the left, gets caught up in the pirate stunt up front. But, man, he's buying enough time, got the arm strength to rip that thing out there. That's a pretty spectacular play. Now, you don't see a whole lot of totem pole formation down here, but we're going to come out here and essentially just get to the flood. Okay, so we're going deep pylon. We're going sail corner. We got something probably underneath. But, man, Smith and Jigma just on the move versus press coverage. You got to go. You can't get jacked at the line of scrimmage. Go. Let that thing go. Again, when does he let this thing go? Falling backwards, fade away. Beautiful job. I mean, that is a hell of a throw. As he's going back. Now, I'm saying he makes his life harder just because he drifts to the left and because they're running a little stunt. So because they're coming down, and around, he's eventually going to bring himself to this. So as he drifts, he kind of comes to where the kind of game up front is trying to get to. Now, I'm not saying he could just sit back here like a statue, but you just got to be careful as you move to not move to trouble. But right here, Geno essentially overcomes it with some awesome arm talent. Hits that thing on a fadeaway. That is a ridiculous throw. Awesome. And the next one here gets rewarded with a touchdown to the bottom. DK Metcalf, one-on-one slant. That's too easy. Way too easy. Like the use of the fast motion as well. So watch the back go. That pulls the second level player out of there. Creates a huge window. Again, just way too easy. So as we fast motion, tear, whatever you want to call it, it makes the defense declare. So once he goes, you know it's one-on-one, and you've got all this space to come in here and hit the slant. So you can see how these things are all interconnected. The design, the offensive architecture, tight red zone, got to put it right on him, and they're able to kind of orchestrate the space that they want with the matchup they want. So again, that's why I love that fast motion as opposed to a shuffle motion, catching strays. Great job from Geno. Nice job from Metcalf, just wrecking shop all day. 1-2, Again, all his cleats in the ground, drop it down. Look at that throw-in window. Thing of beauty. Love it. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member. A link is in the video description. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have a course on RPOs, tempos, pass protection, very important, we saw in this video. The best-selling course is How to Beat Every Coverage. We even have an entire offensive system available for you, so hop over there and enroll. We also have a bunch of free resources available, also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 3rd and 2. We're going to get a quick out down here to the bottom to the new one, Metcalf. Again, another quick out for another first down on 3rd and short. So just too much space out there, in my opinion, on the number one receivers. If you're going to allow NFL quarterbacks to just drop back and throw quick outs for easy first downs. Now, I'm not saying it's not eventually tight coverage, but the fact that you're giving these guys all this space, again, I like the use of short motion, and really all we're doing is raising up and throwing a quick out. Now, normally I'm all about celebrating anticipation, but in the quick game, you know, yes, it's anticipation. There's no doubt about it. But I mean, it's timing oriented. You're just going to catch it, take whatever the drop is supposed to be. And if you have the matchup and the access and the leverage you want, you throw it. Throw it. And you can see the anticipation. He goes to throw it right there. You can see Metcalf at the bottom. Visor hasn't turned yet. The ball's right on him. Fastball. That's a strike, right? So really nice job spinning it. Super efficient, precise, surgical, first down, 3rd and short. Again, just too easy when they're going to give you that kind of access. And I know what kind of player that guy was, but that's too easy for anybody, especially those two. Next one here, 1st and 10, ball's inside the red zone. We're going to miss the tight end, the inline tight end down here to the bottom on an over or a cross. And this is the first of a few misses here in the second half that, man, you would just love to have back, because these inevitably come back and bite you. Now, this is a throw I think Geno could make, 98, 99 out of 100 times, just off the fingertips. I mean, essentially uncovered. Watching 14, he moves just a tick, and that could easily have been a touchdown. If not, you got a 1st and goal from the 1 or the 2. And it's just one of those things where the consistency element of it, I have no reasoning to tell you why we're missing this other than the fact that we're just getting a little spooked by 14 here. We have more space than we probably realize. Safety over the top. I mean, that's one of those things where, you know, the screen grab warriors are going to love this. You know, there's just so much space. And it'd be one thing if you were like, hey, this guy just doesn't have touch, like he's only fastballs, but he throws one of the most beautiful touch screens later in this game, so where he definitely has all these clubs. And it's just one of those things where, man, when you're in one of these games on the road versus a really good team, you're going to need to hit all of these things. You can't be missing great opportunities for touchdowns like that, especially off play action. Get those linebackers coming up right over them. Oh, bummer. The very same drive here, 3rd and 5, we're going to get a scramble touchdown run. Really nice job from Geno. There's really nothing there. He does a nice job kind of seeing this thing part and goes and takes it himself. Talk through exactly what the concept probably is, but he looks like he's looking to the right. And the way that that tight end releases, it's never going to be there. So concept-wise, look down here at the bottom to the extended tight end. He goes around and in. I mean, that's going to be really tough. So they want you, once he goes outside down here and he's trying to run an in-breaker and you've got the DB type inside of him the whole time, it's going to be tough. Up top, another tough look. You're going to get, it looks like he's trying to get to the corner, but he goes inside to the corner. Always going to be rough. Then we've got that kind of short, immediate, shallow or shin, followed by that loop. Okay, so, you know, muddy, it's all muddy. You've got to go here. And it opens and it parts. And again, wouldn't classify Geno as, you know, a prototypical NFL dual guy, but he certainly got the capacity to do that. Walk in, big time touchdown. Love it. Again, you can see this thing. Watch his eyes. Look to the right. No, go. And again, check out the footwork. Just the calm, how settled it is. All his cleats in the ground. Polish, go. Decisive, walk in. Next one here, tough interception, 3rd and 7. We're going to run a speed out down here to the bottom, an intermediate speed out to the new number 1, Lockett. And just one too many times to the outs. And the Fighting Al Harris's get us here. You know they're going to be jumpy. You know they're going to be trying to break on the ball as good as any group for a long time with the ball hawk mentality out there on the perimeter. And right here, I just think the ball's probably a little bit behind us. It's not exactly where he wants to put it, and he makes it pay. Looks like he could play offense with those kind of catches. Now, the thing that's sickening is when you look up top, if you were to work up top, it's the same route, mirrored concept, a little bit more space. Now, again, you know, the trust factor, who you're going against, rookie versus former defensive player of the year. I'm all for this. My thing about it is you miss this throw just a tick inside as opposed to putting it exactly where you want, missing outside if you're going to miss. That's the difference. And it's a hell of a play. Don't get it twisted. Okay, he's all over that. He makes a hard break. He catches it with his hands fully extended. You know, in gun, normally this is 3 no hitch. That's exactly what he does. So everything looks like it's there except the precision of the ball location. And that's what happens. The Fighting Owls all over that. That's a hell of a catch. Again, watch that corner down here break. He is breaking before Lockett is. He is running to the out. Just one too many times to the out. If they were ever set up for a double move, and again, hindsight's 20/20, Captain, but man, it would have been right there. Next one here, big play action shot to the over. Tight end down here on the point on the bunch, 87, makes a hell of a catch. Again, really nice throw. Also, from Geno, just being able to lay this thing out here. Again, showcasing the touch. This is a beautiful kind of 7-iron. Look at the touch here. Now, that's a hell of a catch for a big guy as well. Again, one's running with him, but he's only covering the width of his shoulders. That's a hell of a catch. Beautiful job. Now, check out the tight end's block as well. So, first off, here's the route. They're swapped up on him, so pressed up on him. He's going to turn and run with him. And just for fun. Check out the block right here. Absolutely upend someone. So great pass protection, beautiful chunk play. Thunder, dump. Oh, goodness, right into the back of the left guard. Watch out. Dump. Love the timing, the rhythm of this thing. That is a hell of a catch for a big guy. You know, I know that there are a lot of passionate tight end fans on this channel. This is what guys running down the field looks like. Some speed, extend. That's a hell of a play. One more time just for the block. Didn't show it from behind. Give some tight ends some love here for the block, 89, as we struggle later. Thunder, dump. Oh, watch out. Hell of a catch. Next one here, beautiful call. We're going to call like a little quick now screen up top, tunnel to the back. Now, it helps because Dallas isn't lined up. 14 can't get lined up, and he pays for it. But, man, this is a hell of a job because they're all covered up outside. Watch this throw from Geno. This is pretty rare. Usually these are catch and throws, and you just rip it. He throws a little hand grenade out there, up and over. I don't know if I can recall seeing that. Look at that touch. Y'all, this is unbelievable touch because that happens in real time. You're not thinking you're going to throw, dolly looper out there. That is an awesome play call. So I'm going to pause it real quick here. They can't get lined up is the first part of the story of this play. So we've got issues lining up on defense. 14 out here. He's trying to run back. Guess what? He's the guy who misses the tackle because he's out of position. Then probably the most, for this channel's purposes, the most impressive thing here is this throw. So we're going to have the defensive end unblocked. Normally, a lot of guys would catch this and just throw it, like turn in 2. But right here, he does that, and then he throws it up and over. Shows touch. It's pretty awesome. And then it turns into a chunk play. So lots of moving parts here. First, let's watch 14 on defense run around. Where are you? You're over there, Doc. Get over there. Full sprint. Okay, now let's go back and watch the throw up and over. You can't really appreciate it from the wide, but that's touch, and it goes right onto his face. The 14 misses the tackle. Big chunk. That's awesome. Again, I really, these are those sneaky throws that unless you watch the All-22, you can't really, I mean, that is awesome. That is having all the clubs. That's like a chip in when the pin is like as close as it can be to the edge. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to bust out the wedge here. That is awesome right there. Great strength. Big time play call. Hell yes. Next one here, touchdown pass to DK Metcalf up top. He's the number 1 up top. This is a wild throw from Geno because this is not there at the start. He essentially throws this thing open. And so what I mean by that is there's significant trust that he knows exactly what's going on here. Now, this is a tough ask for the running back here to block the edge on this power pass like that. But wait till you see when he lets this thing go. So he throws it right. He's throwing it with someone in his face, 90s in his face. You can see Metcalf up top. He's throwing it right there. Again, this is where the ball is going to. He's throwing it way over here. It's almost like a throwaway, my guy or nobody, when the defender's right in your face. So you're in a pedal, half throwaway, and again, there's touch, and it's right on the money, y'all. This is awesome quarterbacking. Look at that thing. Look how open it gets because he plays it with such anticipation. So again, I'll pause it at the top here. First, let's just watch the running back. This is tough ask. Out, that's not the angle I would take. For some reason, he's crazy wide also. That's tough. So we miss. So then Metcalf, the number 1 up top, he's going to sort through some traffic. And then look when he throws this. He's throwing it right there. What a play. Holy moly. What a play. That is awesome. Found the one Seahawks fan down there too. This is a thing of beauty though from behind. Reverse out. Running back L right in your lap. Got 90 bearing down on you. Throwing touch away. Oh my goodness. And then he's wide ass open. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty. What an awesome football play from Geno Smith. Reverse out, fade away, touch, splash. Next one here, 3rd and 7. They're going to get to a non-traditional Tampa, and there's just too much space up top for the number 2, 11. Up, turn around. One of the few times he's running what looks like kind of a choicey route, and they're on the same page. He puts his face down and gets a first down. So nice job sorting this kind of double mug out. Gets the ball out quickly. Go upfield, get a first down. This is what you want to see from 11. This is what I thought we'd see from jump. Now again, non-traditional Tampa. It's like the new cool thing that's been around forever. This is supposed to look like middle field closed, right? We're getting a little camouflage on the star. This looks like middle field closed. He's going to come down. We're going to go back to the half field players. Half field players. Actually, I think it's this player. Half field player. Then we're up, rolled up here at the corner. And you can see here just the design up top. That's going to create significant space right here. So you just raise up, put it on him. Whoop. Thanks so much. Again, a lot of free access, a lot of access throws. Not true access throws, just a lot of space underneath on some of these 3rd down throws. So again, you can see those non-traditional 2 and 6 going back to the half field. Space, catch it, get vertical, first down. So nice job right there. And this is what as 11 continues to figure out what they're asking him to do in the slot, especially on 3rd down, you can still see there's like some weird movement. So Geno's throwing it right there. You can see his feet to the right. Now watch him jump back outside. So it's just they're not quite on the same page yet, but it works right here. Next one here. Oh man, this is a hell of a throw. We're going to hit Lockett or try to hit Lockett down here to the bottom on the dagger. He lets this go with crazy anticipation. Hits him in the dang face. I mean, it's just one of those throws where you just kind of shake your head and go, wow, this is special. Awesome anticipation. Beautiful throw. I mean, you can even see it from the end zone here. He hasn't turned his head right there. He just turns his head. Ball's well past halfway to him, right up on his face, almost like startles him how good it is. It's a ridiculous throw. I really like the motion here as well. This is a little like Miami Dolphins-ish as far as we're going to be coming fake like we're coming across. We're in motion. Here comes that crosser or clear, and then we're running that dagger right in behind it. And again, I'll pause it at the top to give us the full appreciation of the A, but this thing is a strike. Look at the base. Look at the timing, tight hitch. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one. A, bold it up. Make it thick. Use different fonts. We'll go full rainbow. Underline. Okay, we're not going to strike through it, but this is, y'all, magical anticipation throw. I know it wasn't rewarded with a completion, but you can't catch it for him. Just an absolute fucking strike. Like, that's as good as it gets. Maybe, it honestly might be too good. Beautiful, great timing, rhythm, bass. See that tight hitch at the back? There's no big hitch. Tight hitch. Boom. All those cleats in the ground. Playing with crazy anticipation, and it is a sniper shot that will knock you out. Oh my God. Next one here, 4th and 1. Okay, this is not run school, but it's such an important play in the game. I'm going to talk about it. I do love me some run game as well. Is one of those things here for me where obviously the left tackle and tight end are just in the wrong. Now, the other part about it, and this is the part that kind of sucks, is the split flow element of it is just not needed. Like, it's wasted. And so it's one of those things where, you know, hard to say like, yeah, obviously we can't lose at the point here, right? So we get come across L. I would also say probably the inline tight end here, jump around, L. Schematically here, the wing coming across to block no one. Okay, so all these NFL teams are worried about stopping sneak, tush push, Philly special, whatever. Well, when you have guys that are like this, that are A-gapped out here, and I'm not sure what the hell they're doing here as far as A-gap and then head up with the 2 technique, but nobody over here. Someone, especially with a backer over here, you know, if you had a guy who was crazy experienced here, someone is going to be in the B gap. Someone is going to be in the C gap. And they're not going to not have someone there. You can see here, we're gapped out, tight, backers pushed over. This alignment, to me, if I was playing offensive line, and you wouldn't want that if that was the case, but I would be thinking, oh shit, I'm going to get slant. Like, we're going to get action inside here. They're not going to just let me go create a massive hole here for us to walk to a first down on 4th and 1. So that's the first part. Just that you can't be surprised that someone crosses your face here. And then again, we can't lose here. We can't lose here. And we're doing the split flow action for no one. So it's unfortunate. It's poorly executed. You know, it's kind of all of the above right here. So watch the left tackle, 67. Jump around. Tough. Tight end, jump around. So even if 26 were to make him miss right there, which he damn near does, the tight end loses. 89, L. And then again, the split flow action, 84, coming back across to no one. Damn. Next one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to try to hit 11 down here. He's the number 2 on a little switch stick. You know, I personally think the DB is probably a little early. I would also love to see 11 catch it with his hands. I'm also not a massive fan of stick versus man. Okay, I feel like I'm pretty consistent with some of these dislikes. But here's what I'm going to consider the swap stick. So the 3 and the 2 switch. We're in the flat. We're clearing down here to the bottom. I don't love that versus man. And if you are going to do this versus man, I prefer to allow this guy to come up and run out. He doesn't. You know, again, is the DB early? You know, if you ask me, I would say yes, but it's kind of a bang-bang play, so you can't expect it. You know, if I was talking to this guy, I would say, hey, we like this stick play versus zone and versus any one-on-one, and I don't care who this is, I want to throw it to 14. And again, it's always easy with a clicker and a pen in the film, okay? Don't get it twisted. I know that, so don't come sideways at me. But play it out. Okay, play it out up top. One-on-one slant. I'm throwing it to 14. I don't give a shit. They try to get to 11. Can't hook it up. Nice play by the defense. They're sitting all over that stuff. Again, a little bit of a static formation. Good play for them. But we're going to go for it on 4th down. So 4th and 4 here. I personally thought this was Geno's worst play of the game, and it's unfortunate that it happened like this. I think originally when I watched it on the broadcast, I thought he was hot the way he played it. So he's playing this like he's bailing out of there hot, but he's not hot. Let me say that again. He's playing it like he's hot. He's not hot. So in the easy way to think about this, and I know I probably have more hacks than you're used to, but having played this kind of play so many times, you start to get little tricks of the trade. And here's one of them. In 6-person protection, okay, so 6-person protection, if there is a middle field player, meaning a safety back, you're almost never hot. Okay, pause for dramatic effect. 6-person protection, 6-person protection, safety back, not hot. Right? Because they have 6 at the line of scrimmage here. We have 6 protecting. Now, there's ways you can get around that. And that's why I say almost always, because you can do some like bullshit voided zone stuff. But if they're playing man at all, and they're not really playing man, they're playing like man, but they're hedging to 14 up here. They're essentially doubling up here. Everybody else down here is one-on-one, 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 one-on-one. This is a throw here for me where Geno needs to be able to take his drop, set his feet, and throw this ball on the deep out corner. Okay, so the fadeaway here gets him in trouble. It's unfortunate that it happens at the most crucial moment of the game. 4th and 4. 1, 2, 3. Can't bail. Just got to hitch up and throw it, dog. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not. It's not easy. But 1, 2, 3, hitch up. You're bailing, playing that thing like it's hot, throwing a haymaker out there. Don't need to do it. And so just really unfortunate. They do a good job pass protecting that thing. Look at the pocket. Get up. You got to get up. Up, up, up. Up, up, up. Not fade away, jumper back. And it's kind of out of character. He hadn't played another play like this the whole game. Just a bummer. 4th and 4 that you do that. Next one here. 103 seconds left. 2-minute drive. You're down 6. Need a touchdown. We're going to throw like a shake or a post corner up top. Great anticipation. Great throw. Awesome. Just beautiful. Outstanding job from Geno Smith, Lockett. Just one of those things where we've had enough kind of chinks in the armor that throws like this kind of go to waste, in the final outcome of the game. Watch that route up top. Post. There's a sell the post. Corner. Look at him. Anticipation. He's throwing it right there. Capital A. I want to write it, but I'm not going to because this video is so long already. Hell of a throw. Awesome job. So great way to start the 2-minute. Big time throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitch, throw. Free access, shake, love it. Next one here, 3rd and 2. This one hurts, man. We're trying to throw shallow down here to the bottom, number 1. 11 coming across. And they kind of fall into this play. Okay, now, make sure I will tread lightly here because maybe some defensive guy out there is going to get all in his feelings. But I think they get a little lucky here, and I think we could execute a little bit better as well. So I'm going to call this 2-man. Okay, we're going to end up getting to split field safety out here. It looks like we're pressed up right here. I would guess that we're man right here. Now, this route is this number 1 on the shallow coming across. So the first thing I would do is say, hey, the number 2 right here, let's see if we can get a pick. Okay, so we'll try to run our guy, this guy, into their guy. So we get this shallow. What they end up doing here is essentially banjoing this thing. So these 2 take these 2. So when the number 1 goes across, the guy who's pressed up on the number 2, he falls into it. But it looks like they kind of mess it up because he goes over there too. And it leaves this huge corner if you were to work it. So they get a little bit lucky. I think, if I was just drawing this up, install teaching it, I would want a rub here through this guy, trying to make this guy bubble. And that would help clear this thing for us to win across. But they get a little lucky. So the first thing I want you all to do is watch this player right here. He's going to run with the shallow. But so is the corner. I mean, just one of those things. When it's going your way, Dallas, it's going your way. Okay, just realize these plays don't always go your way. Just imagine if you would have thrown the corner down here to lock it with the mailbox. Oh, so we missed the opportunity for a rub right at the line of scrimmage. And we missed the opportunity for a mailbox. And I'm not saying it's on Geno to see that. I'm just saying it's unlucky. You know, you might be a Dallas fan and be like, hey, you mean it's just great defense? All right, bro, we'll see. We'll find out eventually. Nice little dip and rip from Geno right here. Arm angle. You know, I personally would love to see Smith and Jigma run flat across. See him, he's 1 yard past the star. He keeps running. He's drifting upfield. See him drift upfield? So when you come across here, as soon as you set the angle, I want you to keep that, whatever that is. So we need to stay right there nice and flat. Not, what you don't want to do is drift like this. That allows this DB to undercut you. So all sorts of little things that just didn't go their way. Bummer. But man, had some chances right there. Last one here, 4th and 2. I know a bunch of people freaking the F out about the fact that Parsons was left unblocked here. I personally don't have a problem with it. I probably don't love this call, specifically trying to get it to the back here on the sneak flat across. You know, my guy, Coach Dan Casey, would call this traffic. 31 coming across. He's supposed to be in the flat as the read. And really, to me, the reason I don't like it is it's kind of taking the ball out of the quarterback's hands. You're basically trying to get him on a trick 'em dick 'em. So the play is this in the flat, and these three guys are essentially running clears. Okay, right here you're going to usually get a little chip, and then he's the number 2. And so you're trying to get this 1, 2. Well, if they're going to bring 6, so they're bringing 6 here. We only have 5 blocking, so we need a hot throw. Now, if you're saying the hot is this guy coming across and throwing that, that's not sound football for me, and that's what they're saying right here. So the way you get away from this is if we've got a hot situation where we've got 5 blocking, them bringing 6, I want one of these guys up top designated as the hot. Okay, so that means if everybody comes off the edge, so there's nobody here, so those wide receivers field everybody go, one of these guys, usually the shallow, whoever he just runs and run and look, and we'll put it on you for the hot. That's the answer. We need to have earmuffs here. We need to have fucking hot answers, especially when it's hot for the game. Hot for the game is over if we don't hit this. So one of those guys up top, just imagine if the inside guy, Lockett, just look. Catch and throw. Then you just catch and throw. You're never going to have time to get out there and bail all the way across. Now, it might be a big hit if you do, but 31 looks like he doesn't know that he's hot. You got to go, bro. You got to go. You got to go. You got to go. He never even gets out. And it looks like a dumpster fire. So, again, I don't love the call because it takes the play out of the quarterback's hands. It doesn't involve 14 either. All those things I think are, rational kind of critiques. But you got to go 31. And really, in a perfect world here, you would probably exit through the B gap. You'd come across here and go through here, as opposed to coming across and going around the free runner. You're never going to get there. Just fucking look. Give us a hot answer. You got a quarterback, a veteran guy dealing. Don't make that the last play. Damn. So that is a wrap. Geno Smith, Seattle. Man, that was a great game. I had a blast breaking it down. I felt like Geno was really dealing for the vast majority of that game. Just unfortunate kind of how it ended, especially those 4th downs, man. The first one, just added character. Just set your feet in there. You got to hang. You got to understand the pass protection. You got to trust it. And then that last play, just really frustrating. Just not the way that I would want to do it. Not using kind of your best players in the biggest moments, in my opinion. Also not having a hot answer. Simply not good enough. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.